everyone, it's Ikue. Today is July 10, 2025. It's a full moon in Capricorn and the sun is in 18 degrees Cancer. And I believe that full moon in Capricorn is also 18, 19 degrees. So it's just like it shows that it's time for us to commit to what we love. And it's no longer about just showing up, but it's just you pick one thing that you're gonna be committed to. So it's that theme of devotion, but what you need to devote is really about committed to yourself, right? And committed to your self-love and choosing yourself over and over again. And that's basically it. Welcome everybody. My name is Ikue if you're new, and I'm just here to just flow. How's your energy on this powerful day, full moon? And yeah, exciting stuff is coming. Full moon can be very sensitive, right? And in this Cancer season, we are just anything that don't serve us, it's coming out to get released. So trust the process. Some of you guys may be feeling a lot more sadness and grief. For me, is sacred rage. I like to call my anger sacred rage, and cause it get angry, you know, like as I'm raising my standard, and it's like what it was okay before is no longer okay with me. So as I remember all my, you know, past incident, many choices that I've done to let someone, you know, let someone walk all over me, or it's just kind of like, you know, like tendency of overgiving myself. Those things are coming up for me. Like, what did I do to put up with this for such a long time? Those things are coming up. Like, love is still there, but it's like, you know, there's a difference between carrying someone's emotion versus holding the space, but you have your firm boundaries because you prioritize yourself and prioritize your self-love. So we're kind of learning that, you know, blur lines. We're learning that lines and becoming more clear about who we are, becoming more clear about what is okay, what is not okay, and we get to express that through using our voice. And here comes our wounds of being silenced or being punished for speaking our truth. So those things are definitely coming up for us. I mean, coming up for me. If you guys can relate to that, type in a comment. Hi, Lady Don Don, how are you feeling? Good to see you. Hi, sweetheart. I picked 2 oils today, and one is the heart and one is the roots, because as we connect to our heart, and we can be a lot more, we are very much like being cracked open in a best possible way. So yeah, in order for us to heal, we need to open our heart, but as we do that safely, and we need to ground ourselves. So let's ground ourselves first. Yeah, it's a root chakra. As I'm setting the intention for whoever watching will receive this, and whether that's watching live or recording. And I've been posting this on my YouTube channel as well. And it's kind of like my, you know, documentary, you know, document myself to see how far I will go, I've come. Okay, this is for the collective. It's a root. How you guys feeling? Happy full moon. I wonder if we can see the sky today in Vancouver. It's pretty cloudy. It rained yesterday. It was muggy, and it rained. It kind of cleared up, and it was definitely very much like purifying rain. And I feel good. Oh. Let's ground ourselves. Feel your body. And just scan yourself where you are. Know that you are safe and protected. What oil is she using? Hi, Fairy Magicas. I'm using this oil from Essential Oil Wizardry. You can go to their website, and if you're interested, you can put the discount code Human Garage. So yeah, you can get that. And I love these oils. It's organic, and it's spiritually, like, you know, how do you say that? Geometry, like all this, you know, it's charged and with that intention. And I know the producer, Dr. Nick and Aaron, and so as other, the people that work for them. And they were like, if you know someone, when you see someone who's passionate about what they do, it's like they were like ultimate hippies, they love herbs and, one of those people who live in the jungle. And I'm more like modern Japanese who love the hippie stuff, but I'm also like, spiritually awakened. But yeah, we all have superpower, right? Here comes Amani, survival Mars. Heart is she loves the heart. And Amani, we have class together, and she's a medicine woman. She has a superpower, offering medicine, and one of her offering is Iris because she needs to go through that near-death experience, basically. I mean, I shouldn't be laughing. Amani had to go through her own journey, going through near-death experience to found her medicine. And so I think we all have stories to get to where we are, and I have my own stories to tell, walking through my own fire. And good news is, as I just like completely surrender to yourself, like surrender to what's happening, and go through that ego death. You go through the phase of like feeling scared and stuff like that, but if you just really go down on that, go down the drain, like it's like go to the lowest point in your life, and it came out of rise from the ashes. You are so resilient, and nothing really can shake you anymore. So that's the vibe. And she's thank you. I love you too, Amani. Thank you for being a portal. Yes. I'm gonna be a sassy portal with the farm discernment. So this is a heart chakra, and it smells divine. It's I love this. Do you guys like that geranium? That's one of my favorite smell. I used to put geranium a lot, just to have that. I know geranium a bit more higher, pricey, but compared to rose and stuff like that, it's not as expensive. But yeah, it's whatever helps you, right, to elevate your mood. And but these are like really, really charged, so really assist your healing journey, your mood. At the end of it, whatever it helps to elevate yourself, even that's placebo, you know what I mean? Like, even like fascia maneuvers, people ask, so how come it works? It's like, I can explain my own way, and my embodied experience. I've been doing this almost 5 years. I can explain, but also at the same time, we don't need to know everything, right? I release the need to know everything. So yes, I use geranium deodorant. Yeah, that's what I used to use. Yeah, heart space, so heart opening things. Yeah, I love that. That's what I'm putting on now. That's amazing. Yeah, geranium is such a vibe. Like, heart chakra is green color, but I learned that. It doesn't really matter, but the green color of the heart chakra is more like the love that's emitting outside for people, and pink heart is more about the self-love, right? So when I think of geranium, I think of like the self-love color. Yeah. Self-love, the love for yourself. So that's important. That's what we're learning. Yeah. Give yourself a little shake. I have another rehearsal today, so but exciting. I'm already planned, and it's nice to move my body. Summertime is always a fun time because a lot of dance gigs, coming up, and because everyone wants to have more events, and I'm still love performing, and but it's not about really performing anymore. I perform, but like it's just everything I do is frequency based, right? So I coming from the place of I am good enough. I'm working on that, right? So I am good enough. My presence is enough to shift the room, whether I show up and speak up my truth, or when I show up and I dance. So my existence, my energy shift the room. That's a powerful place to be, so that I'm embodying that, I'm learning that, and trusting that. We all have superpower. And as a light worker, just like yourself, what we have to do is to become the lighthouse. We can hold space for other people. I started to have this kind of image of, we've been carrying it for other people for a very long time in our body, and that's got us really tight and created the codependency, mutual codependency, and that paradigm is shifting. So what I kind of imagine is we have this like field, right? The aura field that perceive everything. I don't have to necessarily, when I perceive it, take everything in my body anymore. It's kind of like my field, my aura is taking care of itself. So as people come in, I hold a space in the field, not necessarily in my body, if that makes sense. So I kind of think like learning. Yeah, we're learning, and sometimes it's in your head, and most of the time it's in your perception, how you think about things. But we're elevating how we think and how we see the world. So let's read the energy for today. So 18 degrees net to 9 is Aries energy, it's the action energy, and full moon is in Capricorn, and Capricorn is a number 8. So 18 degrees in Sun Cancer, and moon in Capricorn. So we have this like Capricorn energy, that's a commitment, decision making, just deciding. And we're gonna combine that power of emotions, right? We gotta include our emotion. We can't just bypass them. That's what we are learning in this Cancer season. So we are combining, integrating our emotions, and deciding what stays in our bodies, what stays in our life, and no longer pretending, no longer proving, but yet we just know that we are the real deal. So, whatever it takes, I'm going to read. Under this full moon in Capricorn, we stand at the summit of our sacred climb. What once felt like duty is now devotion. Now, once was effort is now embodiment. Today, we're invited to remember. You're not here to perform your essence. You're here to be it. Your true essence is not something to chase or prove. It is the frequency you were born encoded with. The lighthouse that shines even when the storm rages. This is a call to release false responsibility and emotional overgiving. That resonated with me so much. I'm going to read it again. This is a call to release false responsibility and emotional overgiving. To soften the armor built for survival. To feel what's real in your body and let your truth rise, not louder but clearer. You're here to be seen in your fullness, rooted like Capricorn, flowing like Cancer, rising like the one who remembers. Breathing, dropping. You don't need to earn your light, you're the light. And that's how you embody your true essence. That's beautiful. So we are called to release false responsibility, because Capricorn is very much like leadership, devotion, integrity, and consistency, right? But then if you're consistent about wrong habit, or if you're committed to wrong thing, then that's what you're gonna manifest, right? And that could be harmful. So this is a call to release false responsibility and emotional overgiving. So I posted something yesterday, and it was for everybody. It's not just for male body. I was exploring the idea of how the divine feminine, like how the femininity got twisted and we had this trauma of needing to prove our self-worth and needing to overgive others, and always have this imbalance of like it's not equal, but masculine gives and women need to give more kind of thing, if that makes sense. I'm not talking about gender, it's just that energy, right? So, and then when I go like that, so give and then give more, then I feel somehow safe. Because when I'm over giving more, if somebody, then I don't have any regret or feeling some type of way because I give myself, It's a weird concept, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of like, it's allowing myself to receive, and I am embodying the energy right now, or of I get paid to receive. I was born to receive. And I'm releasing the need to overgive others. So that's what I'm learning. And it's my mom is a very caring person, and especially she's Gemini. She can be in her head, but she's 20 degrees Gemini, so 20 degrees represent the Capricorn energy. She is very giving, but in her, she's getting older. I've noticed that that is ingrained, giving, nurturing, but came to a point where she doesn't know how to receive anymore to herself. So there's so much leaky energy, if that makes sense. Every time you give away the parts of yourself, it creates that drainage. So your energy leaks, right? So as we notice that, we kind of just close the pipe or something, take back your power, and all the energy that was scattered, call it back, then you're more focused. You can create, you can manifest something better. And I really feel that in my journey. Like as soon as I took back my power, then I have more energy to create and focus on what's important for me. And before that, I couldn't, because especially if you're a mom and you have kids, and it's like, well, I gotta do this, and it's always in the mode of scattered mind, right? So I think it's very important that know that it's your presence is enough. These things are coming up for me quite a bit. And your presence is enough to shift the room, and you never have to overgive yourself to others in exchange of your self-sacrifice. And that's that scarred and damaged, how do you say, martyr? Like how the religious people devote themselves and ended up self-sacrificing ourselves. I feel like if you're spiritual or if you grew up in a religious family, I think you do have past lives of being that devoted yourself to something, and you never learn to please yourself, or you never learn to prioritize yourself, because that was considered a sin, right? And so now we're learning that that's our existence will never be based on that idea anymore. We need to prioritize ourselves. It's not an entitlement, it's not an arrogance, it's necessity. It's a birthright. So, and as we learn to choose ourselves more, I was imagining this too, how that spiritual journey, how we look at things, think of like a spiral. Sometimes you think like it's spiraling, but then if you just flip it over, ascension is kind of like that, right? Going inwards, right? But then it's not flat. It's just going like upwards. And then as we go through that, we need to dig deeper into who we really are. I'm losing that chain of thought right now. Yeah, I feel a little lightheaded too. That's very interesting. Yeah, we're feeling that full moon energy. So yeah, let's do the heart quickly. Take your hands on your heart and open your chest. Drop your skin down and elongate your neck. And let's do 6 breaths. Breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Okay. I just remember what I wanted to say. So the spiral goes inwards, that's the ascension. And when you hear, it's this, right? Now, when you're overgiving yourself, you are consistently going outwards. Let's say it going like that. It's like leaking energy, going outside, and it's not about this, it's not about this, it's more like this, right? Going outside, try to give. So it's not going inwards, outside. The more you chase, the far things get, you know what I mean? But then we're learning that taking back our power, then now we become the magnetic. So you're going inwards. So I was feeling that. So it's about the shift of perspective, knowing that you create your own reality, and you never have to overgive yourself, and once you stop doing that, and everything starts to come back to you, because you are shifting that force, shifting that trajectory of the power, rather than this. It's almost like that, like your human body, and it's going outwards. It's like always going out. But then once you realize, I'm gonna shift this perspective, and then going inwards, it's coming in, everything coming in, manifesting faster. So let us remember, using this full moon energy, that how magnetic we are, and we don't need to prove anything, chase anything. Just trust that we know what it takes, and take the next logical step and start connecting the dots. And in between moments, continue to choose yourself and love yourself. So that's the message for today. Okay, let's finish with that right hand on your heart and left hand on top of your head. Imagine energy circulate through your heart and the brain. Let's finish with some powerful affirmation to finish. Breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Yeah, imagine as we do affirmations, everything is going inwards, rather than going outwards. So the spiral is going inwards. Hello brain. Hello mind. Hello ego. Hello body. Hello inner child. Hello heart. Hello all parts of myself. Thank you for working together in harmony. I love your perfect collaboration, honoring each other. Now let's put our heart in the center as a lighthouse. So you kind of just create your own city inside of your body. And inside there's the lighthouse, that's your heart, and everything else, there's the body. It's just all aspect of yourself, and around that in the perfect dynamics and perfect paradigm. Now, hello heart, you're in charge. I'm following you. I love you. I trust you. I am safe. I'm protected. I'm guided. I surrender with trust, and I receive with trust. I am enough. My presence is enough. I am worthy. I'm worthy of all the abundance, amazing people in my life. And my life loves me, and I love my life. I'm ready to receive. I get paid to receive. I was born to receive. My body moves with ease, joy, and peace. My inner peace is unshakable and unbreakable. I am committed to my self-love. And the more I choose myself, the more magnetic I become. I release the fear of being unseen. I release the fear of being silenced. Allow myself to speak my truth and be very comfortable with my own skin and who I am. You can add anything you want in this moment. I'm confident, I'm strong, I'm loving, caring, I have good discernment, beautiful boundaries. I honor myself more than anything in the world, and that's enough. Even though no one sees me, I see myself, and I choose myself, and that's enough. Feel your body. How you feeling? I feel good. Yeah, I'm really feeling that crown chakra opening. Receiving. We're in the receiving mode. It's time for us to journal. Yeah, hope you guys feeling a lot lighter. Thank you guys for joining on this powerful full moon, and the sun is in we're in the Cancer season with the Capricorn energy, and it's time for us to connect with our emotion and what to commit to. We'll commit to our feelings, and then from there we'll take action on it. So have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Yes, powerful and amazing. Thank you, Lady Don Don. Thank you, Fairy Magicas. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for resonating and staying, and forever watching the recording. I appreciate you. Bye, everybody.